In this video we're going to look at how you calculate the mean from group data. This is very similar to how you calculate the mean from a table, only with one slight change. This data, this time over here, has been grouped. This means that this first set of times are from 0 to 10 seconds. This doesn't include 0 because of this inequality here, just says less than, but it does include 10 because this inequality says less than or equal to. So x could be 10, so it's 0 to 10, but not including 0. This next group is any times from 10 to 20 seconds, not including 10 though, but it does include 20, and so on. So there were 2 people that took between 0 and 10 seconds to complete the maths puzzle. There were 6 people that took between 10 and 20 seconds, 7 between 20 and 30, and so on. Now that does mean that we don't know the exact times of these 2 people here. All that we do know is that they're between 0 and 10 seconds. So a sensible thing to do would be to assume that they take 5 seconds, because that's in the middle. These 6 people here, if we assume that they took around 15 seconds each, because that's in the middle of 10 and 20, these 7, they take 25 in the middle of 20 and 30, and so on. So we need to actually create 2 more columns this time. The next column that we create is called the midpoint column, and then the final column will work the same as before. So this column here is the midpoints. So the middle of 0 to 10 over here is 5. The middle of 10 to 20 is 15. The middle of 20 to 30 is 25. The middle of 30 to 40 is 35. Middle of 40 to 50 is 45. So these are our midpoints. Now we can carry on like we did with mean from a table. We can multiply our frequency by the midpoints. So we'll do 2 times 5, 6 times 15, 7 times 25, and so on. 2 times 5, that comes out as 10. 6 times 15 is 90. 7 times 25, 175. 10 times 35 is 350, and 5 45s are 225. This means that this final column here is the total of all of the times taken to complete the maths puzzle. If you add these up, you get 850. And this column here, the frequencies, is how many people took the maths puzzle. So if we add that up and get 30. Now what you don't do is add up this midpoint column. That's a really common mistake that people make in exams. You must add up this end column and the total frequency column. And then we make a division just like we did before. We do the total amount of time taken by everybody divided by how many people there were, which is 30. And this will give us the mean of 28.3. Now it does say that this is only an estimate. And the reason for this is, we don't know the exact times of these people. All that we know is that these 2 people took between 0 and 10, these 6 between 10 and 20, and so on. Okay, here's a question for you to have a go on this. Press pause, have a go, and then if you press play again, I will take you through the answers. Okay, here are the answers. So the first thing we do is we create our midpoint column. And the midpoints this time are slightly higher numbers. So we have got 145, 155, 165, 175, and 185. If we then multiply all of the frequencies by the midpoints, this will allow us to get the total heights, or an estimate of the total heights of peoples within those groups. So 245s, that's 290. Then you should have got 1240. And then 1815, 1225, and finally 740 for the last one. And then if you added up this column, the total heights, you would get 5310. And then for adding up the frequency column, you would get 32. And then finally make that division, 5310 divided by 32 will give you the answer, which is the mean height 165.9 centimeters.